Hello, this is Malorian, and now we're on to the second game of the Ard Boyz semifinals. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to be up against Dark Eldar, and the game here is all about this little flag thing in the very center of the board. He's used something that he brought, and you can only be near it with, well, it's all about whoever has the most scoring units within 6 inches at the end of the game. And depending on how many more you have than your opponent determines the level of win. He picked side first, deployed first, and when I was looking for mine, I thought, okay, this is great, I'll outflank everything. And then my brother kind of like, nudged me like, oh, it looks like he's going to try and block it all off so that, you can't come on, it'll be an automatic loss. And, I know that's a possibility. I've joked about doing stuff like this in the past, but the guy I was dealing with, he seemed like a nice guy. He was always joking, always smiling, and just really didn't seem like him. But when you look at his formation here, that's exactly what it looks like he's trying to do. So I thought, okay, I won't do that. I'll put everything into reserve. So that's what we're going to do. The whole thing, though, is that I haven't played Dark Eldar in like 10 years, so I don't know, I hardly remember what they used to do. Of course, when you show me his list, I'm like, what, Ghost Armor, Hydra Gauntlet? I don't know what any of these things do. So other than kind of just hearing some random things, and the funny thing is that my brother is going up against Dark Eldar as well behind me, and both of us are kind of in the same boat. Anyway, looking at his stuff here, of course, if you see any of the small ships, those are Venoms. Some are actual, some are stuff he converted before it happened. I know he has 3 of those larger, heavier ships that has like the 3 heavy guns, and then I know he has an Archon with Incubi, which is a ship on the far right. Apart from that, you're on your own. So he gets first turn, and he's using like these advanced sails, or whatever it is, to go even faster, but you can see exactly what he's trying to do. He's zipping over to my side of the board, and he's trying to do that thing where he's trying to block off the whole board. And I'm just thinking to myself, you son of a bitch, are you seriously going to do this so that sure you get the automatic massacre win, and then I'm just going to be sitting here for 2.5 hours to do nothing? I just couldn't believe it at this point. Of course, I don't have a turn 1. On his turn 2, he starts moving up and deploying the stuff out. He started on the right side, started moving to his left, and for the 1 there, he didn't really deploy out. And so I was starting to think, like, God damn it, I'm just going to go back to the hotel. I'm just going to quit the tournament. I'll sleep so we can drive back to Edmonton. Because, this was a 10-hour road trip to come here. And if my second game is just going to be lost because the guy's a jerk, I don't want to have any part of this, and I just was pissed off. But you know what? I thought, I'm going to fight douchebaggery with douchebaggery, use some psychology. I went off to the left side so that while he continued doing this jerk stuff and lining up on the board edge, he was, I was chatting and trying, like, pick his attention to this side of the board. And then as soon as he was done the last one, I asked him, okay, are you done? And he said, yes. Boom. I started, okay, my turn 2. Whoa, wait, I didn't deploy the guys on the far right here. Too bad. And I said right out and loud so everybody could hear, if you're going to be a douche, I'm going to be a douche too. So my turn 2, unfortunately I didn't really roll that many reserves, but that's actually probably a good thing because I was limited for how much space I had to use. Had these 4 squads come out, I was able to destroy, of course, like the main thing is victory points is one thing, and killing scoring units, I guess victory points didn't matter, but the main thing was just make room for the other guys. So I destroyed the Archeon's transport on the right, tried shooting up the unit. I was actually going to charge them too, but they failed their leadership test from the panic and started running, and they're actually under half, so they're toast. Destroyed the vehicle here on the left, and I can't remember if I shot something else too, but as you can see, mission accomplished. I went and I opened up this entire side over here. His turn 3, he tries to sweep over here and counterattack. Now the thing that's really helping me, that's probably hard for you to see, is that this was kind of like a 3-stage hill. Like, this is this battle round board, so there's kind of a hill here anyway. and then the tournament organizer put 2 hills kind of on top of it, so a lot of his stuff didn't have line of sight, so it's all sweeping over to see me, and in doing that, now it's opening up the left side of the board for my stuff to come on. So, he destroys one of my units from shooting, another one's really brought down. These witches go and charge me there in combat, and we're kind of just grinding each other down, but I'm still really liking this. So my turn 3, I have more stuff coming on now. Boy, I'm just popping vehicles wherever I can. Like now all of his heavy vehicles that have the 3 big weapons, those are all destroyed, all over the place. I mean, raiders are going down. I'm destroying the guys that are coming out of them. Yeah, it's just looking great. So, I'm not liking that these witches are kind of beating me in combat there, but otherwise, this is looking good. His turn 4, he finally has this big batch of scourges that come in, and with some witches coming in fighting me on the left, I think they're like these elite witches, he goes and destroys one of my units here on the far left, but I'll be having stuff coming right away and I can shoot them up. As you can see, he just can't do enough to me. He's just, I'm loving this because at this point I'm still kind of angry with him because of what he did in the first turn, but he's trying to hit me with blasters and things, and he just like is failing to hit or rolling ones to wound. These venoms are doing all these shots to me, and I'm just making all my armor saves, and so this is going great. My turn 4, I have more stuff going on. Like the big thing that happened in this turn is that all those vehicles that had pumped out guys in kind of the middle right side, I went and assaulted all that stuff to kind of wipe out all those troops. The Scourges really should be dead. When I consolidated up to 3 inches, he was, for some reason, said that I could only move 2. Like, he pushed me back another inch so that I'd be 6 away. I don't really care. The main thing is that he has almost no troops anymore. The left side was a little bit disappointing. A unit of bikes came in, shot up his witches, didn't do much damage, charged in, didn't do much damage again. I actually lost the combat, and only thanks to show no fear did I not get run down and destroyed. But yeah, it's again, I'm still feeling good. So turn 5 now. This could be the last turn because only the first game was it guaranteed 6 turns. Otherwise, this one and the next one would be random game length. So his last 2 troops he has alive goes to be rushing near the one board there. Unfortunately, his witches on the right finally beat me. He shoots up some of my attack bikes, charges them. I actually end up beating them, and I'm looking at this, and I've been doing well. I still really like how this is going. The bad thing is that I'm running out of time because a lot of my troops have been destroyed or they're locked in combat, and this could be the last turn, so I need to make this next turn count. So really, kor'sarro Khan and his unit go on the witches that beat me behind my lines, shot them up, beat them up in combat. They're running away. Otherwise, I converge on the very center of the board, destroy one of the venoms, and charge the guys with my attack bikes, beat them, send them off. And then the other one, I got 3 melta weapons there, shooting on this venom, only managed to immobilize it. Charged in combat, throwing 3 crack grenades on this immobilized venom, did nothing to it. I think I destroyed a weapon or something. And the way it worked, the game ended. So, he has 1 troop there. I only have 1 troop there. So, it's a tie. So, yeah, here's kind of like that critical roll of the game where here's that 2, so there's no turn 6. In the end, I was actually kind of happy with this because I was doing really well. I also scored a lot of those bonus points, so it's almost like a tie plus. Not that it really matters, but hey, seeing how this was so close to being a massacre loss due to Ard Boyz douchebaggery, I should be really happy with the tie. And being 2 games in and undefeated is good. Unfortunately, there's other people that had 2 massacres, so obviously I'm not going to be winning first or anything. And unfortunately this one's blurry just because I was doing it really fast not to interfere, but in my brother's game against Dark Eldar, he got kind of cheated as well. He was ripping the guy apart, totally destroying him. Unfortunately, the way they set up the board, it had this kind of hill with these woods and this building in the very center, and so they played the whole thing kind of assuming that the center of the building is where the flag is. And so after my brother went and beat up this Dark Eldar guy, he had four of his scoring units within 6 inches of the center of that building. And when everything was over, the Dark Eldar guys, okay, let's go measure this out. Turned out the center was off to the left side of the building, meaning that he only had one scoring unit within range, and so it was a minor when it should have been a major. So again, I guess at least the Edmonton boys are undefeated, but we're definitely not liking Dark Eldar at this point.